Assalamualaikum everyone. The topic we will be presenting today is activity on arrow and precedence diagramming method. And my team consists of 5 members and this is their task. So first of all, we are diving into how project managers visualize task dependencies to identify the critical path. There are two distinct methods, which is activity on arrow and also precedence diagramming method. As you guys can see here, activity on arrow is the traditional method that use arrow to represent activities and nodes to represent relationship. For precedence diagram method is the modern approach that use boxes for activities and also arrow to represent dependencies. While both of them are helping us to plan, but they also function very differently. In terms of flexibility, activity and arrow is strictly limited to FS relationships. Meanwhile, PDM is much more flexible and commonly used today because it supports four types of dependencies, which is FS, SS, FF, and also SF. And for dummy factor, AOA requires dummy activities, which is it will be represented by dotted arrows to show complex dependencies. Meanwhile, for PDM, no dummy activities are ever needed. And lastly, for visual flow in AOA, nodes show how flow from one event to another, while in PDM, activities are the nodes themselves.
This example is based on our project, which is cloud infrastructure migration. So we start with cloud setup, then data backup and API mapping. After that, we move to database migration and application updates, followed by testing, and finally the system will go live. This shows how all tasks are connected step by step. So this is our AOA diagram for our project. In AOA, activities are shown using arrows and nodes represent events. So it shows the flow clearly and it can become complicated because we need dummy activities. Whereas this is our PDM diagram. Here, activities are shown as boxes and arrow shows dependencies. It is easier to understand and more flexible, so it is more commonly used. Understanding AOA and PDM is really important because these methods helps in effective project planning and scheduling. First, they provide clarity and visualization by giving a clear view of the entire project. They also help in identifying the critical path, which is important to avoid delays. In addition, they support better resource allocation since we can see task dependencies and durations. They also help in risk management by highlighting dependencies that may cause issues. Lastly, they allow performances monitoring and control by comparing actual progress with the planned schedules. So that is all from our group. Thank you.